Hi, welcome to podcast number 3.
This one's titled Too Ambitious, and right now we're currently trying to find a solution to our equipment dilemma.
And how to raise $25,000. Stay tuned 2 weeks from now because on November 1st will be podcast number 4. Because we are too ambitious, we have to generate more funds for the movie. We were originally trying to make about $15,000, and now if Chapman continues to not help us out, we'll probably have to raise another $10,000 to $15,000. That also, once again, threatens to push production back even further. Hopefully, we can get Chapman to understand that our ambition is not a bad thing and not totally ludicrous like they seem to think it is. So you think that the next step should just be like put together?
Put together what you've got and just be able to go in and state your case as well as possible and say, okay, these are the concerns that you have, this is our answer to all of the concerns that you have, and be able to offer up a plan of how you're going to get around all of these obstacles. And if you go in and say, look, we have our locations, look, we have these donations, we have, this funding, we have this, we have our cast. If you can say, look, we've got our ducks in a row and we're organized.
Yeah.
I think you can probably change some people's minds about it. How many of the locations do you already have?
It's just a matter of getting these corporate places.
We need like a diner, we need like the shopping plaza secure.
Yeah.
That's, for the most part, that's about it.
I'm Michael. I'm the producer of Happy Holidays, and I am helping to raise money for the film. Right now I'm a junior at Chapman University. I'm a film major and a business minor, and I've worked on a lot of student projects, both as crew members, obviously above and below the line, and last year I helped produce a senior thesis. Sassy came to me with this idea, said, look, I want to raise like $15,000 or $20,000. Can you help me? And I said, sure. No one our age tries to do something like this.
Okay, if Chapman doesn't give us the equipment, how much extra money do you think that we're going to have to raise?
Since we've already raised approximately
5,000.
And our goal was 12 to 15 without having to purchase extra equipment, I would say it has to be pretty close to $20,000 if you have to rent equipment.
We need to raise at least $5,000 more. What have you rented before?
We rented a generator that was $600 for one weekend, and so that was $1,200 for 2. Plus a grip truck was $700 per weekend, but that comes with sandbags and C-stands and everything. I mean, obviously you're going to have to very carefully schedule this if you're buying equipment. I would almost schedule it from an equipment rental standpoint.
So basically we're talking like if we have to rent equipment, that's going to cost like for a weekend?
About maybe $800 to $1,000. That's if you get nothing from the school. But hopefully, they will want to be part of this and give you something because, a few things go a long way. Immediately we started thinking about, well, how can we raise money in order to accomplish this project? And so we thought about it for a few days and tried to identify what our target market was, and that basically was you who are watching this. And we figured most of you were into art, music, probably have a MySpace. Knowing that, we put together a marketing proposal and decided to send it to a bunch of companies, and what we are going to do is try to raise $15,000 to $20,000 out of these companies. So far I think it's going pretty well. We made a pretty interesting package with some information about Sassy as a director, about the project, a letter from our advisors, and a whole explanation of what we plan to do with the film. We're in pretty good shape right now, and hopefully we'll get responses back from some of these companies. We can hopefully have all the money that we need to do this project. Very excited about this and are actually going to carry through with this.
Hey, my name's Jeff Whitlatch, and I'm playing Thomas Levy in the film Happy Holidays. Mary called me and said there was a part open, and I didn't even know anything about it really. She said, you should come try out. So I came and I read the sides and I thought, ooh, this looks good. I was really drawn in just because it was a very realistic depiction of where people like me are in our lives right now, the 20-year-old. Because a lot of the people our age now are writing really extravagant stories and stuff and trying to be really different. Well, this story is really different because it's so average yet so close to every 20-year-old's heart. Thomas is a scenester, big time, but he's definitely not typical. I like him because even though he's part of the whole like greasy hair and the tight pants and everything movement, he's intelligent and he's very self-reflective. Thomas and Clarissa. It was really sort of his first experience of love. The way they met was, he took a step out, and I think that was really a boost for him. And it was also a boost for her. Like, they were both very artistic, and the way they came together was not typical. It was, just off the cuff and out of nowhere. And I think that's kind of how the relationship remained, was the fact that it wasn't ordinary and it didn't build like an ordinary relationship. So it was really amazing, but it was also really hard to keep together.
3 is where Charles and Clarissa meet, and that's in California. It needs to be really distinct visually.
What time?
2003. Our college party scene.
How about orange?
Yeah, it's too sunny.
So more orange, less blue.
Yeah.
Palm Springs with the beach. All the colors kind of muddled together.
Yes.
So a bland version of
Yeah.
this one.
It starts off in California, so it'll be like this, the warm, colorful, but not nostalgic. Especially the ending part is going to be shot lots of colors, just a more mature type of shooting style.
I think the audience will really see eye to eye with Thomas and Clarissa, not only because they have a lot of problems with normal relationships of 16 to 20-year-olds, but because a lot of their characters display the underlying emotion that you don't really get to see a lot in stories that are told or films, is that you see the anguish and the backstory and what they're doing over here or over there. And I think the movie really portrays how so many more things go into a relationship. My hopes for the project, I'm really looking forward to doing this because of our modern MySpace culture and how this really fits into that, and it's really a way to connect. And I already have friends at home who are watching the podcast and everything, and it's just sort of a generational movie, and it's exciting to see that on such a large scale because you don't get to see a lot of people in their own generation making a story about themselves. So I hope that this will really connect with the generation that's making it.
And the website just got a huge makeover with the help of a new addition to the team, Court Rye. Court's the head of online PR now. There is much more information to be found on the site now, such as cast and crew bios, contact information, podcast archives, donation information, and more. Check it out at happyholidaysfilm.com. To subscribe to our podcast, open up your iTunes, click on iTunes Store, and type in Happy Holidays in the search bar on the upper right-hand corner. When the search pops up, you'll find us right in the middle, Happy Holidays Film. Click subscribe. Confirm your subscription, and every time we release new podcasts, it'll be delivered straight to your iTunes. You can also subscribe to our podcast through myspace.com/happyholidaysfilm and click on subscribe to blog right in the middle of the page. Every time we post a new blog, MySpace will let you know. You can also donate through our website now. Just click on Make a Donation. It's on the right side of our page. And either using a credit card or PayPal account will let you donate however much you want to donate. Right now, we're currently shooting for $25,000, so anything helps.